Toronto 2-1. We will have the highlights of both tonight at 11. But now, the story of a local triathlete who's already won in so many different ways.
Chris Sailing has a life similar to anyone training for a triathlon. A specialized diet.
I think I just ate a bug. Not thinking about
a special bond with his teammates.
Corey, you are awful. Why did I put you on this team?
And tons and tons and tons of hard work.
I'm actually breathing pretty hard now.
There is one major difference between Chris and your average triathlete. Chris has cystic fibrosis, which is like taking his already brutal training schedule and then making him do that underwater.
Training for a race like this, you have a certain amount of cardiovascular endurance. Imagine cutting the ability to breathe in half. And so it's twice as hard to do everything. That's just your breathing. His body doesn't, he sweats too much, or he sweats a lot more than most people would. So he's constantly dehydrated. It's constantly hard for him to breathe. So doing anything like this, it's tremendously difficult.
Training in Louisville has its own special challenges, namely the dynamic duo of heat and humidity, factors that make Chris have to work even harder.
The heat sucks the energy real quick. And with cystic fibrosis, you already are fighting against fatigue as it is, because my organs are having to work harder than most people's. So my body fatigues a lot quicker.
That's as close to a complaint as you'll ever hear out of Chris. Even his closest friends are blown away by his singular determination.
I can only imagine what he has to go through. It's hard enough on someone like me with normal, healthy lungs, and he pushes himself every day, and he outperforms me right now. He's killing me in biking and swimming and running and everything. And I don't know how he does it sometimes, but he pushes through it. He doesn't complain at all about it.
But this adventure is not without risk. When he was born, Chris's parents were told that he could be dead by the time he was 6 years old. Chris is now almost 28 and understands every workout could be his last.
There comes that risk point where if I push it just a little too hard, I could have a lung collapse, or I could pass out, and there's a lot of unfortunate risks that could happen, and yet it's kind of the way life works, I mean, there's always going to be a point where, yeah, if you push it a little too hard, something could go wrong. And yet, I don't think many people accomplish great things in life without pushing the boundaries.
A great way to look at it, but Chris's family does worry. And if he gets too close to crossing that danger line, they have no problem stopping him. Thankfully, they haven't had to.
Not yet. I'm sure it's going to happen. We've actually talked about it, especially during the race. You get adrenaline, you have a goal and a mission, and you're going to accomplish it no matter what. And I've told him I'll make him stop if I have to.
And what keeps him going on those tough days are the letters and emails, mostly from the parents of kids with CF. Those provide all the fire Chris needs to get back to work.
Every time I get one of these emails or phone calls, that's the way I feel. I feel excited. I want to get out there and start training even harder for that kid who, looks up to me and thinks that, I'm doing something that's amazing and I'm, his hero or whatever. It's like, I can't stop, It's like I can't stop because there's someone looking up to me, and I don't want let any of them down.